welcome to another edition of Chronicles. I'm actually in the process of filming a vlog, which historically I'm not good at that, and it's not like I've done much today to vlog. It's just literally like a day in the life, really, of me, specifically on a work day. That's what it is. I got my cold brew, my at-home residential cold brew that I make here, and I was just talking in the other video, I put it in this container so it would fit in my cup holder and be like portable. But that is a weird way to drink your cold brew. It's a very weird way to drink your cold brew. That's not the kind of, TikTok has me trying to believe that I'm ADHD. Maybe I am, I don't know. But like, that is not the cup for cold brew. It's just not. But whatever, here we are. So we're on our way to the chiropractor, and I vlogged that we're going to the chiropractor, but I want to do like a car seat chronicles where I just kind of like chit chat. It's what a lot of my videos are, but I don't have a specific subject in mind, just like chatting about different things, life updates, or maybe some stuff that's on my mind. So we're doing this weight loss competition, and I don't know what you might say. I really don't know what you might say. In one way, it's going well because I am dropping, but I'm not dropping that much that fast. And before anybody says anything, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not even dropping. So I've done this competition every year for some years now, and I've been at different weights doing this. But usually I'm not this, like, I was this weight. I was a little more than this, but I was this weight the first year I ever did it. I was in a place I really needed to lose weight, didn't know how to go about it, and had to learn a lot about my body and how to feed myself, and, just different things like that. So, you might see things in my videos and be able to be like, that's why you're not losing weight. But for me, knowing like how I've done things in the past, and it's a 12-week competition. And I don't like crash diets. I don't like stuff like that. I like just changing my lifestyle, my routine, and making it feasible. One thing I have noticed about myself is when I really am trying to, like, I used to do calorie trackers, and I kind of got away from that because that felt unhealthy. It was really helpful for me when I was first learning how to cut back, how to diet, how to change the way that I was eating. It was really helpful. Now it almost feels kind of like an unhealthy, toxic thing to do, because then it becomes an obsessive thing. It's less about learning and it's more about obsessing over the fact that I only have 300 calories left for the day, something like that, and while I know that I can lose more weight doing that, so this might be a redundant like thing to talk about, it just doesn't feel healthy, and so I'm not doing that. But I am frustrated that I'm not dropping weight quicker. So I guess it's a catch-22. But also in like recent years, I'm like, I guess this is how I'm looking at it. In recent years, I've had less weight to lose in the competition, but it was easier for me to lose the weight before. Like just drop in chunks, especially at the beginning of the competition, that's when a lot of my stuff would come off, and then I would just kind of like stay the course and kind of keep slowly like tapering down, and then once I got to that point, then I knew how to, like, I had my lifestyle established, and then I could just eat a certain way, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I could just like kind of plateau at that weight kind of thing, and I felt like I was eating healthy and blah blah and whatever. But like now I'm just like really struggling, and I don't know if it is because I'm 33 and have had 2 children, and my body's changed. Like I don't know. I don't know if my hormones are still out of whack. I feel like they very much are. So I don't know if all of that is playing a part, but all I know is that like every week is a fight. It's a fight, and I can be hungry most of the day and still be up the next day, and I'm like, what is that about? Like, what is going on that my body is like going through? And I'm sure it is hormones. It's just really frustrating, It's just like really, really frustrating. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time to make sure I have enough time. I should have enough time to get there. So like for instance, yesterday I was up a little bit, and it's like, it makes you just want to throw in the towel, because you're just like, whatever, I feel like I wasn't gaining weight this quickly eating like burgers and, you know, whatever I wanted. Like, I feel like I wasn't putting on this much weight then, so what's the deal? But I know that's not the case, and I'm trying to like stay on top of it, stay with it, because either way, we're in week 3 right now, and either way, at the end of this competition, I'll be ahead of where I am right now, and that's the main thing for me. I know as I go through the competition, I kind of make more changes as it goes. So like, I change to like light sour cream and light 0 fat or 0 sugar or whatever salad dressings. Like, my condiments change. I get more like fluent with doing diet recipes. So I'm just kind of waiting for that kind of stuff to kick in, and I hope I lose more, because as it is right now, based on my body and how previous competitions have gone versus how this is going, like, at this rate, by the end of the 12-week competition, I will not have made my goal. And I'm really hoping I can make my goal, but do it in a healthy way. Like, you know, I made a salad in my vlog video that I'm doing right now, and I mean, somebody could get on there and nitpick it. Like, they could pick it apart. I don't know. I'm just kind of like doing the best I can with what I have and the knowledge that I have, and still trying to make things taste good, you know, and whatever. So, you know, I felt like it was a pretty like nutrient dense salad that I made. Are there more nutrient dense salads? Oh yeah, no, I'm sure there are, but I felt like, especially for me or whatever, like, I felt like it was a pretty nutrient dense salad. So, you know, I don't know, that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm wanting to meet my goal. We'll see if I do or not, you know. So I've been really like staying in a place of like gratefulness as much as I can, and that's not to say that I don't get negative, because I also feel like in this hand I've been staying in a place of gratefulness probably more than I ever have. But then in this hand, and probably like certain like close people to me would probably say that I've been pretty negative lately, and going through it. Like, I to me it's going hand in hand. So I don't really know what that is, but like, two things can be true at once, and I've just been like, I'll talk about both, but I've been really staying in a place of gratefulness, which is making me feel better. Not that I felt bad before, but like, it's really making me feel better, and I guess focus on positive things, and focus on kind of the larger picture in my life. And I say that because, you know, there's a lot of negativity out there, and especially if you do have social media, you see a lot of really dark and evil things, and a lot of, you know, crazy things that makes you, on one hand, it like makes you cling to your faith more, but on another hand, it just kind of makes you terrified of everything that's just kind of going on and happening. And so, you know, it would be really easy just to kind of like place yourself in that fear and focus on the negative, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's where I'm saying, like, I definitely feel there's a negative like energy in the world. There's like really negative things happening, really scary things happening, in my opinion. If you are, I guess, are in certain like avenues of social media, like, you just see like really scary things, and like, I hate it, you know. So you have like that, and then in the natural everyday walk of life, you like, everything is not going to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. It's simply not. I wish it was, but it doesn't matter who you are or what you have going on in your life. Like, there's going to be negative things, in there. And you're going to go through trials, and you're going to go through stuff. And I'm definitely feeling it. I've expressed that, on this channel about, right now it's just hard for me to juggle my lifestyle as it is with my job. But I don't want to give up my income. And what do I do? Like that kind of aspect of things. Me and my husband settling into having 2 children, and kind of the requirements out of us as a couple with the 2 children, and how to balance, work and parenting and family time and social lives. And just the biggest trial that my husband and I have ever faced has been balance. And I'm probably, everybody could say that to a degree. Like I said, we're very, very fortunate. We're not rich people, but our bills are paid, and that's what I'm like so grateful for. But balance has been a major thing for us, between because when you get married, your life kind of changes. For me, it changed in like a typical way, but for him, he went from like supreme extreme bachelor to married, and then having kids. Like, we were older. Well, he was, I don't know, probably not to today's standards, but like for where we live at and stuff, kind of like older, getting married and stuff like that. Like, he was 32, 33 when we got married, like my age, thereabouts. And I was 27, so like that's not that much. But like now, it's just like, because before he was always like with people. He was always like with his brothers, with his friends, out on the river, out digging, out fishing, out hunting, he was just always doing something. And now, priorities have shifted, and they shifted even more with having kids and stuff. And I know sometimes he feels the pull of not being able to do what he used to do. And, he still goes and does. He does still go and do. It's not like he doesn't at all. He does more than I do, for sure. But it's just kind of like, it's one of those things. I'm like, just go and do. Like, don't hold me accountable. You just go do you, kind of a thing, whatever. But that's what I mean. It's the balance. It's like, it's always like we go through phases of this all or nothing stuff. And when there's the nothing, as far as we're not getting out and doing anything, he's not like hanging out with people a lot or this or that, I can feel some like, there's like a pull. And then I think, okay, you just need to get out of the house. You need to go do something, and I mean, he might feel it from my end, and like, I know he feels it whenever I'm like stressed and I get frustrated, and like, he would say I get crabby, but I feel like I try not to at least take it out on anybody, but I know I get really tense, like just in general as a vibe, like I get really tense, and that's not like a good way to be. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I've been really focusing on like the gratefulness aspect to it. Does that mean that I still don't get like stressed out or frustrated or overwhelmed with the negativity that's out there? So no, all that stuff still happens, but just trying to focus more on like the gratitude portion of it. It is really, really helpful. That's not to say I'm turning a blind eye either to what's in my life or what's going on around me, but it's just, you can only stay there for so long, or you do become a very tense person. And so that's what I'm trying to avoid, So in staying in a place of gratefulness and gratitude, it really does help like center you and focus you so that you can stay in the moment. Because I know I'm at a pretty vulnerable place in like my postpartum journey, or whatever, that like postpartum like anxiety, postpartum depression, even these different postpartum things could really set in on a person if you let them. I really am trying, like I've been really, really focused on not letting that set in. That's not to say that, you're not going to have any intrusive thoughts or Like, something new that I've learned about is postpartum OCD. I think I deal with that a little bit. I kind of do. Like, whenever I hear about things, I'm like, ooh. I'm not saying I'm an extreme case of anything, but I am saying, you know, some things kind of like hit home and you're like, oh. Uh-oh. So, you know, I've been trying to like stay on top of those things in terms of like not be in denial about anything, be really, really present, and like staying grateful and having gratitude has like really helped me with all of that. I'm not like in denial of anything. I'm focused. I'm in the moment, enjoying my baby's like infancy, especially thinking that's something I'm not going to be able to experience again. That I've been really struggling with that. I've been really struggling with not being able to have another child. But like I said, postpartum and being a couple with an infant, like it's tough. It's tough to navigate that. Adding another person to your family, it being a baby, for you to go and do anything, you have to think about so many more things. You have to pack more things. Like, there's just more that you have to, there's just more. You get stretched more. And so it's not as easy to load up in the car and go somewhere. It's not, you know, so I know logically between that and like 5 million other things, that's why we're not, you know, probably going to have another child. But I've really been struggling with that too, on top of everything else. And so have I fully come to grips with that yet? No. But I am more and more. I do think a void a little bit is always going to be there. And I hate that for me. But like I said, just everything that a couple goes through after you have a baby, you know, it is a lot. And we're not, in one way it's good, we're not like these immature kids going through it, but in another way, you know, we are older, maybe stuck in our ways a little more, or, you know, what have you, stuff like that. And it's just an adjustment. So but I'm grateful, coming from like my perspective, that I'm soaking up the infancy, and I'm not spending the whole time, like somebody else may say that I'm like so stressed, I'm not enjoying myself, but like that's not true. That's not true. I'm really like enjoying the infancy, and I'm taking like special time with the baby. And one thing that's added stress to my life is having the baby at home with me while I'm working, but it's also enabled me to enjoy her more and, you know, get to know her more, spend quality time with her. Like, there's no two ways around it. It is what it is. It's me and her. So that, it kind of like forces a bond, I guess. Not that I didn't bond with my toddler, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just different. But it is stressful. It adds a whole other level to being at home and trying to accomplish your work. I'm probably going to be right on time for this chiropractor appointment. Like, right on time. So, those are just some things that I'm thinking about. Like I said, I mean, I don't know. I've done, like, multiple videos that have just gotten deleted, didn't get posted. Just because they're either too controversial, maybe, or too, like, personal. That I don't know if I want to, like, put certain things out there, because, you know, I don't have a lot of followers or anything. I'm grateful for the ones that I have, but I don't know that anybody's really invested in my life at all. I've thought about doing a Q&A or like a get to know you video where I just like tell you about myself. I know that's what these are, but I mean more so like things about like me and my life and where I'm coming from, and how I grew up, and just like different get to know me things. Like, but I don't know that I have like that kind of following, so I don't know. I have a few videos in mind. I don't know if any of them are really valid as of right now, but anyway, well, I am pulling into the chiropractor. Maybe this is a huge line of traffic. Wow. Anyway, we're going to go to the chiropractor and get adjusted for the first time in over a week, and I'm very excited because I am in need of it. I just popped my lower back just now, but we will see how this goes. I'm excited for some relief. this traffic. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye.